It's been a weird year of hockey. We've seen a lot of different things. We saw a playoffs in the bubble. Hockey without fans is a norm now. You're just kind of used to that. But this game is weirder than anything I've seen before. I've never seen a hockey game take an 8-hour break in the middle of it and then they actually come back and finish the job. Avs win over the Vegas Golden Knights 3-2 outdoors for their first ever outdoor win.
Oh my goodness gracious! Wasn't in time! Score! Justice is served!
I'll be blunt here. The Avs got healthy for this game, and they looked like the better team, even if players like Girard and Landeskog weren't at full strength yet. Just having them back in the lineup made the Avs significantly better, and for at least the first two periods, Vegas couldn't really keep up. Now, the first period was an adventure all on its own. We'll get to that in a minute, but things started out fantastically for the Avs. They strike first less than 3 minutes into the game. A corner puck battle here. You're going to see 3 Knights commit in and 3 Avs commit in. Look at Byram, the young kid, doing absolute work, holding off 2 Knights players, and then makes a beautiful poke at the puck to get it up and around the corner, which allows MacKinnon to beat Reeves to the puck, and away they go. He gets it up to Rantanen. Even on the outdoor ice, look at MacKinnon just explode up into this play, and Girard jumping up as well to make it a 4-on-2. I mean, you can't stop that. MacKinnon is just an absolute monster, and he's not done messing with Vegas yet. He's going to pull up in the zone. Keep your eye on Reeves. Gets Reeves to overcommit by maybe a quarter of an inch here, and then just dishes a disgustingly perfect pass cross ice to Sam Girard as the 4th man in, who has worked down to the top of the circle. Girard throws one on net. It's really not a great shot, but weird conditions. We'll throw it up to that one. Fleury misreads it, and it goes right through him. Was that goal a little bit soft? Yeah, probably, but safe to say the Avs miss Sam Girard. He has now scored in both outdoor games he's been with the Avalanche for, so he's just got a knack for it, I guess. That was the fun part of the first period, but it became quickly apparent that the ice was strictly failing. This was around noon, 12:30 local time. They got the game underway under the open sun, and it was just clearly not functioning. They managed to play out the entire first period, but, I mean, just look at this. This is not allowed. You can't possibly play any level of hockey on ice like this, let alone NHL hockey. Unfortunately, the Avs got a 4-minute power play for the last 4 minutes of the period, and then that turned into a full 5-on-3 as well, right when the ice was literally slush. So they couldn't really play a highly dynamic game. They still managed to generate some quality opportunities, but couldn't score a goal. Honestly, I think because of the conditions. With quality ice, they probably find a way to score there. Instead, it's 1-0 after 1. Both Mark Stone and Gabe Landeskog go right to the referees, start talking about it. Next thing you know, this game is delayed until 10 p.m. Mountain Time, or roughly 8 hours from when the first period ended. I think it is safe to say the NHL will not be playing outdoor games under the sun again anytime soon. I sure hope so. And hopefully the Avs don't get any more. I know some people really like them. Personally, I think outdoor games are dumb all the way around.
8 hours later.
So you end up in this really weird situation where Avs and Knights have 2 periods to play, essentially treat it like a full game, but the Avs start up 1-0. And now we get to have this conversation for what feels like the 5th time this season. The reffing in the second period was awful. I mean, truly atrociously bad. As always, I mean this for both teams. I'm going to leave it at that. The NHL needs better refereeing. I don't know how, I don't know where, I don't know when. Maybe they need to redo the rule book. Maybe they need to focus on their referees and how they can make them better. Maybe they need to implement new systems. But right now, in the NHL, this refereeing is just not working. It can be better. Of that, I am certain. Fresh ice, the second period, the Avs look like the better team once again, and you love to see it. Vegas is hanging around, but when it comes to puck possession metrics, things like that, Honestly, not by a small margin. It's significant. And despite not giving up a shot to Vegas for the first 7 minutes of the second period, that's just the way hockey is. On their first real opportunity, Vegas evens up the game. Hey, look, it's dark outside now. You can also see shots are 8 to 23, so, Avs playing pretty okay up until this point. But they're going to lose a puck battle, Makar and Burakovsky, along the boards here, which allows Vegas to maintain possession in the offensive zone. And it's not a fancy play. This is just going to be a shot point from out high, and Mikko Rantanen even, the man to watch here, as he steps out for Martinez, turns his head to see the shot come in, and he thinks the Avs have clean possession here. So he turns to go up ice, while Alec Martinez is turning right towards the net, crashing. All of a sudden, Martinez cuts in front of Rantanen. There's no one covering, and that is a wide open net as the rebound just kind of squirts out and off of Grubauer as, there may be a touch of contact there, but pretty clearly out of the crease. Again, we're ignoring the rest of the refereeing in this game. Let's just ignore it. Just ignore it. And Martinez finds a puck and finishes. That is exactly where the crappy ice and the unfortunate 5-on-3 timing for the Avs hurts. They go up 2-0, and that goal probably doesn't play out like that, 1, and 2 isn't nearly as scary to even the game back up. But the Avs ain't afraid of actually having to play these 2 periods of hockey, and it does not matter, apparently, what you throw at Nathan MacKinnon, whether it be bad ice, whether it be an 8-hour break, whether it be hockey in the day, hockey at night, hockey outdoors, hockey indoors. Nathan MacKinnon is really good, is all I'm trying to say, and I think you'll find Alex Pietrangelo agrees with me. Mark Stone is here, collecting a puck just past his own blue line and getting his eyes up to look for a breakout. This is Nathan MacKinnon going full speed behind him, tracks him down, gets his stick on the pass, and creates a turnover right to Devon Toews. Toews is basically just going to leave it for MacKinnon here, and welcome to the show. MacKinnon gets up to full speed, just blasts through the neutral zone. Essentially just neutralizes 2 of these Vegas players right there, and it's a 4-on-4. So that leaves just his defender on his side, Alex Pietrangelo, who you can see is already going, oh my god, that's Nathan MacKinnon. I need to back up extremely fast and try and make this work. MacKinnon presses down on him, gets the top of the circle, brings the puck to the outside, lets one rip, not only beats Alex Pietrangelo, but beats Fleury. Fleury never has a shot at this one. This shot is unreal. Outside bar and in. That's what superhumans do. I don't think I can say it any better than Pietrangelo said it himself, so enjoy this.
Oh boy.
Avs go back to their 2-1 lead. It was, we'll call it even for the rest of the second period, marred by ridiculous penalties going back and forth that ultimately ended up having no real impact, I guess, so at least that's a positive. Going into the third period, Vegas pushed back hard, and they were controlling the play. Were probably the better team in the period, but it's pretty normal to see that pushback for the trailing team. Nothing out of the ordinary there, and the Avs were weathering it. They did make lives very hard for themselves. Kadri takes a tripping penalty 2 minutes into the period. That penalty was absolutely a penalty. There's no argument on that one. And then a bit later, Makar a delay of game for flipping the puck over the glass. A dumb penalty, sure, but it is certainly in the rulebook. I do have a question, though, and maybe someone who works in an arena can answer this for me. Take a look at the glass here. Does this glass look extremely short to anybody else? Was it just put in this way for the outdoor game because it was quick and easy, or what are the rules and regulations on glass along the boards there? I know the end glass has to be taller, and in an arena you would have nets on it, but this is super weird because I've looked at a couple arenas and they do seem to be different heights. Can someone explain that in the comments or something? I don't know. So Vegas gets their own chance at a 5-on-3 on much fresher ice than the Avs had their opportunity on, but the hockey gods were smiling on this game today and wanted a fair fight, I guess. So Vegas doesn't get the job done. Full credit to Ryan Graves, who played excellent on that penalty kill. The Avs ultimately weather the storm through the first 10 minutes, and then they start to push back, or at very least get counter-push opportunities as Vegas starts taking more risk. The Avs are proving to be extremely strong, top to bottom, with their lineup. They get extremely good efforts out of their defense when it's healthy. Sam Girard, Cale Makar, Devon Tays, Bowen Byram. That's your top 4. And then you just add in, for fun, Ryan Graves and Connor Timmins as the bottom pairing. Yeah, there's some rookies in there. They're going to have some off nights, but on their good nights, there are no weaknesses in that defense. Top to bottom in their forward core as well. The fourth line comes in. They get a good shift and force an offensive zone faceoff, and the Avs can take advantage by getting the big guns out there and give themselves a 2-goal lead later in the third. Massive pet peeve of mine if you're ever producing hockey, and everyone does this occasionally, but you'd think they would try to avoid this in something like an outdoor game. Coming back from a replay too late. Cut the replay short. Don't cut the live action short. Do it that way. This is the first-ish frame where you can really see what's going on as the graphic is still fading away. The face-off is over. The Avs have won it, clearly, and MacKinnon is collecting the puck. He's going to go back to Taves here, and Taves is just going to let one rip. It's a very good shot, and it ends up in the top corner through Fleury. That's all well and good, but if we continue through the play here, they do it again. They do the exact same mistake again. I don't know if they just didn't have a camera angle because no one was paying attention or what, but they're coming out. This is the replay. The puck is already on the ice. Can you see that? The puck is already on the ice. They don't show us the face-off that ended up playing a critical part in this play. I still don't know what happened on the play. Rantanen clearly won it, but it's unclear how Rantanen won it. It's also unclear why Rantanen was taking the face-off in the first place. I feel like we missed a pretty important part of how this play ended up developing as MacKinnon gets it back. Taves fires one in. It's a great shot. Taves consistently finds ways to get these pucks through. This one is just going to tip just a little bit off of the defender's pads, I guess. I'm pretty sure it hits his leg, just a touch, just grazes it there and ends up in the corner. Here's another angle where you can see it pretty clearly. Does not hit Mikko in front, but does hit the defender. By the way, Nathan MacKinnon involved in all 3 Avalanche goals. He might be pretty good at hockey. And that's one of the main differences. The Avs pretty much out-star-powered Vegas in this one. MacKinnon with 3 points. Rantanen quietly picks up 2 assists. Since we're stat tracking, the Avs also did hit bad post number 19, because why not? Vegas would score a little over a minute later to make it a 3-2 game, which first of all makes that Taves goal huge. But in hindsight, knowing the Avs won, you can appreciate this Vegas goal a little bit more. Whitecloud works this puck down to Alex Tuch deep on the near side. Tuch is walking in, and Kadri is going to come across and put pressure on as Byram is backing up and defending the man in front of the net. The Avs, up to this point, played it at least systemically well defensively. This is all well and good, but Tuch recognizes Kadri coming in, and he just goes for it. You gotta have some stones to pull off this move, and he does it extremely well. Kadri committing to the puck side, crossing Tuch's body. Tuch pulls a Sammy Girard, does the spin on the backhand side, just beats Kadri completely clean. Grubauer probably makes this save on most days if it's a clean pass, clean play, but unfortunately, Byram, who's caught in the middle, was initially taking the pass away. Now assists Kadri, gets the stick in, and tries to break it up. Unfortunately, it just rides Byram's stick right over Gruby and into the top corner. Look, sometimes you gamble, get a little bit lucky, and make a great play, so, good job by Alex Tuch. Bit of an unfortunate bounce. At the end of the day, that's why you score 3, and the Avs take the 3-2 victory. Weird day of hockey. Again, please no more outdoor games, at least for the Avs, NHL. Just make it stop. But indoors or outdoors, a 2-point win. None for Vegas. Huge for the Avalanche. They're now just 2 points back of the Western Division lead. They're still missing EJ and Pavel Francouz as well, but it's clear that even a mostly healthy, and not even 100% probably, at least as far as conditioning goes, Avalanche team is extremely dangerous. They may really be one of the best teams in the league. That is the end of this outdoor game video review. Thank you for watching. Head on over to thednvr.com if you haven't checked it out yet. I am Rudo, and I might have been able to keep up with NHL players skating on that slush at the end of the first period.